Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and you are watching the latest in everything cool every single day. We're going to kick things off with our rundown today, and it's dedicated to Robbie Mulholland. He says, our rundowns are always the highlight of his daily YouTube schedule. Can I get a rundown at some point? There you go, Robbie Mulholland. This rundown is all yours. Gamers who hate microtransactions and loot boxes have claimed another victory. Middle-earth: Shadow of War is getting rid of its controversial loot boxes and microtransactions. Developer Monolith Productions says that you'll no longer be able to spend real-life money to buy in-game gold starting May 8th, and the loot boxes, known as war chests, will be permanently removed on July 17th. Monolith says that they're doing this as a direct result of all the feedback that they've received from players. When the game launched last year, its loot boxes and microtransactions created huge controversy, which was eclipsed only by the even more problematic Star Wars Battlefront 2. And these changes to Middle-earth: Shadow of War come as the game's Desolation of Mordor expansion is set to launch next month. I'm telling you guys, all of this fallout from Star Wars Battlefront 2, with political people getting involved and all kinds of just madness around this and justifiable anger around this has really kind of changed a lot of stuff out there. And, there's another big one right now. All right, the Dragon Quest series is about to explore the world of virtual reality for the very first time. Square Enix is teaming up with Bandai Namco to create a VR experience based on the franchise. It's not an actual game set for wide release. It's instead a VR experience being made for Bandai Namco's VR Zone in Tokyo. So if you want to play it, you'll have to go there in person. Still, this could be their way of testing the waters to see how the Dragon Quest franchise can do in VR, so they could create a full game for release on consoles or the PC at some point in the future. In the meantime, the latest game in the series, Dragon Quest XI, is set to make its North American debut this September. I am very much looking forward to that Dragon Quest game. That is going to be a ton of fun. I saw it's already up on Steam up there. I am psyched, and I'm looking forward to that. And, I'm curious to see how much VR is going to be implemented kind of after the fact, like we just saw with Wipeout Omega Collection. I was playing that over the weekend, and I had so much fun with that game. I think VR can be applied to lots and lots of genres out there, and what it's missing, and you guys all know this, are huge known entities, huge franchises, huge properties. It's not a big licensing play. It's about familiarity and sort of tagging yourself to the huge marketing that's surrounding a lot of these properties out there. VR desperately needs more of that. Can we get a freaking Star Wars VR game? All right, okay. Director Matt Reeves has provided a reassuring, albeit brief, update on his long-in-development solo Batman movie. Responding to a fan on Twitter, Reeves says that the film is going really, really well, and he couldn't be more excited. That's all he said for now, so we still don't know when the movie might arrive or if Ben Affleck will be back in the lead. There have been conflicting reports about whether or not he'll reprise the Bat role, so the new Reeves movie might have a different actor behind the cowl. We'll have to wait and see. We do know that the film, whenever it arrives, is expected to have the tone of an old film noir movie and explore Batman's detective roots, which is music to my ears. Matt Reeves is a phenomenal filmmaker. I have not desperate. I am a little desperate. I want it to be amazing, but I have, definite belief in his abilities. He has impressed me with the work that he has done so far. Huge fan of his Apes movies. I think he's a great, solid choice to direct an awesome Batman flick for us. Ben Affleck has got to do something to disappear into this role. He's a great actor, but he's so damn famous. His tattoo can cover the headlines all around the world. That's how famous this guy is. Guy gets a terrible tattoo on his back, boom, it's on every news headline around the world. It's crazy. So Ben Affleck, if you're watching, I know you're a big fan of The Rundown. Love you, Ben. If you are watching, just disappear into this role a little bit, all right? Let us believe this 100%. Matt Reeves is the director this city deserves. All right, let's move on. Over on the small screen, DC's iconic Hellblazer, Constantine, is rising from the dead. The upcoming 4th season of DC's Legends of Tomorrow, oh, I'm so behind on the show, will promote Matt Ryan's Constantine to a series regular. This follows a string of guest appearances and means he'll now be a regular member of the cast. Matt Ryan's version of Constantine had his own show back in 2014. Remember that? 2014? It's a long time ago. but despite a loyal cult following, it only lasted one season. In more good news, all the related DC shows like Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, and Black Lightning have been renewed for new seasons as well. This is phenomenal. I am way behind in all of these shows. We are living in this golden age of too many awesome superhero programs to keep up with. And I have been presently and currently obsessed with catching up with Gotham. A lot of you guys have been commenting on the chats that I should watch more Gotham, and it gets really cool. So I've started to rewatch, or I started to watch, I think I'm in season 2. And I think they've done 3, or I think they're in the 4th season right now. So I have some episodes to catch. I'm almost at the end of season 2, and I've been digging it. So I am super excited to get caught up on my Flash and my Supergirl. I've watched 1 episode of Black Lightning, and I like that. And I've got to watch more of this stuff so I can give you some reviews and some feedback on all of this. But Gotham has been putting a smile on my face. I got to tell you, the aesthetics of that show are terrific. It's a gorgeous looking show, and they shoot in New York, and it shows. Love it. All right, back to video games. Ubisoft has made a very tactical decision about their open-world shooter, Ghost Recon Wildlands. The game is going to continue getting new content now that it's entering its 2nd year. The Year 2 wave will include additions to both the campaign and player versus player, including new missions, modes, customization options, multiplayer maps, weapons, and a new PvP character class. Some of the Year 2 updates will be free, while others will be available in a new paid season pass. The fact that the game will continue to be supported in its 2nd year at all is good news for fans. Ubisoft has previously delivered new seasons of content for other games like Rainbow Six Siege and For Honor, and they recently revealed that they plan to use this ongoing games as service model for all of their games going forward. The first batch of Year 2 content hits Wildlands next week. This is terrific news. Wildlands did this Predator thing, and I was meaning to download the game again and get back into it. It didn't blow me away. I think I gave it a 6.5 when I reviewed it. But one of the things that I kind of clicked into while I was reviewing Far Cry 5 is the breadth of these open world experiences that Ubisoft has out there. Assassin's Creed Origins was incredible. Far Cry 5 is incredible. And it made me kind of think maybe because every once in a while I load up The Division again. I'm still a fan of The Division, but it made me feel, Far Cry 5 did, that I should check out Wildlands again and see how much it's been tweaked and improved. And this is good news. So the other thing that Far Cry 5 did is, and recent information around Rainbow Six Siege, I've re-downloaded Rainbow Six Siege, and I want to dabble and dip my toes back into that water again. It's crazy, man. Ubisoft is doing a lot of things in a lot of different directions, but they're doing a lot of things very right. All right, the makers of the stylish platformer Runbow have another bright and colorful game on the way. Toronto-based indie developer 13AM Games has announced an all-new project called Double Cross. It features a similar art style, but this time around will combine fast-paced platformer action with puzzle solving and adventure game-style mechanics, with players taking the role of a futuristic detective investigating different crimes. That seems like a unique blend that will hopefully pay off. Double Cross is slated to launch this summer on the PC and Switch. Shout out to 13AM Games. That is phenomenal. And all of the developers out in Toronto. I know Guacamelee 2 is on the way very soon. I think we're going to see Below soon as well. Been waiting for that from Capybara for a long time. I heard amazing things about Runbow, and unfortunately I did not review it. I don't know if one of the other teams on the show reviewed it when it came out, but that's one I've been meaning to dig back into. And because I've talked about this in the news today, I think I'm going to have to. Maybe we'll do that as a Let's Play and Chat